Previously on Demystifying AI Strategy in Plain English. During the second AI-powered book club session, Moriarty launched a devastating attack on your system, causing hallucinations, toxic responses, and even exposing sensitive customer data. With Sherlock and Ada's help, you managed to fortify the system, ultimately blocking Moriarty's attempts. However, the victory came at a cost. Sherlock's faith in the team shattered, leading him to take full control over the AI. Tensions are rising as the team's collaboration is at stake.
The once vibrant Bethesda bookstore is now a shadow of its former self. Customers who used to fill its aisles have been drawn to Moriarty's bookstore, powered by an AI system far more sophisticated and engaging. Sherlock Holmes stands in the center of the bookstore, his brow furrowed as he scrutinizes a spreadsheet of dwindling sales figures. Control has become his obsession. Every marketing campaign, every line of code passes through him, dissected under the pressure of perfection. In the meeting room, the once collaborative team sits in silence. Ada shifts uncomfortably, tapping her notebook with her pen. Darius stares at the table, his jaw clenched, and Lara, usually brimming with ideas, sits with arms crossed, lips pressed tightly together. Ada finally speaks, breaking the heavy silence.
Sherlock, we are grinding to a halt. We used to brainstorm, bounce ideas around. Now it feels like we're walking on eggshells. The creativity is gone.
Sherlock's gaze snaps to her, eyes cold and sharp.
This isn't about creativity, Ada. It's about precision. Every campaign, every line of code must be flawless. Moriarty's AI doesn't make mistakes. We can't afford any either.
Darius clenches his fist, barely holding back.
I've got algorithms sitting on my desk, ready to be tested. But what's the point of sharing them if they're going to be torn apart before we even see if they work?
Sherlock doesn't flinch.
If they can't withstand scrutiny, they are not ready.
Lara slams her notebook shut.
Scrutiny? This is not scrutiny, Sherlock. It's bureaucracy. The bookstore is drowning in layers of approval. I can't push through a single idea without jumping through hoops. We are wasting time.
Sherlock's eyes narrow, but he says nothing. His silence heavier than his words. Later in the hallway, Ada pulls you aside, her face pale with frustration.
This can't go on. Moriarty's beating us, and it's not just because of his AI. It's because we're paralyzed, scared to move, scared to fail.
You know she's right. Something must change. That evening, you and Ada find Sherlock in the back office, hunched over his laptop, obsessing over performance metrics.
We need to talk, Sherlock.
Ada begins, her voice steady but firm. Sherlock doesn't look up.
What is it now? More complaints about Moriarty's bookstore?
No, you interject. This is about us, about how we are working. That catches Sherlock's attention. He looks up.
I'm doing what I have to do. Moriarty nearly destroyed us, and I won't let that happen again. Control is the only way to ensure we don't make mistakes.
Ada shakes her head.
But in trying to protect us, you're strangling our creativity. Right now, we are trapped in what psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck calls a fixed mindset. The belief that abilities are set in stone. With a fixed mindset, failure is feared and seen as a final judgment on our abilities. This fear leaves us unwilling to take risks, content with the status quo, and focused only on safe, mediocre projects that promise little growth or innovation.
Sherlock frowns.
So, you're saying we should embrace failure?
Not failure for its own sake, but we need to understand that experiencing failure and making mistakes are key parts of the learning process. What we need is a shift to a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can improve through effort and learning. With a growth mindset, we see mistakes as an opportunity for growth. Therefore, we should celebrate and share our failures because they help us refine our approach and deepen our understanding. With a growth mindset, we find the courage to pursue risky projects that carry a higher chance of failure, but also a greater potential for breakthrough success.
Sherlock looks between you and Ada, his face hard, but something shifts in his eyes. Vulnerability, perhaps. he admits quietly.
Control is all I've ever known. When Moriarty first attacked, I promised myself I wouldn't let anything slip through the cracks again. But maybe I've gone too far.
Ada steps closer, her tone softening.
We understand, Sherlock, but if we keep going like this, we'll never catch up. To promote a growth mindset in our team, we need what Dr. Amy Edmondson calls psychological safety, an environment where we feel safe to share ideas, take risks, and even make mistakes without fear of blame or loss of credibility. If we want to innovate, we need to trust each other again.
The room falls silent. Slowly, Sherlock's defenses crumble. The pressure to control every detail begins to lift, if only just a little. He finally says,
You're right. I've been so focused on avoiding mistakes that I've forgotten how to trust. We've been playing not to lose instead of playing to win. What do we do now?
He asks, his voice quiet but sincere. Ada says,
We change how we work. We build a culture of psychological safety and embrace the growth mindset. We encourage the team to take risks and experiment. If something fails, we learn and move forward.
The transformation in the days that follow is palpable. Sherlock, though still meticulous, begins to loosen his grip. He encourages open discussions, invites new ideas, and most importantly, celebrates failure without punishment. Ada leads new initiatives, sparking a newfound energy in the team. Darius upgrades a new personalized book recommendation system, while Lara redesigns the store for a more interactive, community-driven experience. Slowly but surely, customers begin to return. Bethesda Bookstore's new author-curated AI moderates book clubs so lifelike that it feels as though customers are speaking directly to the authors themselves. One evening, as the bookstore buzzes with activity, Sherlock stands at the edge of the room, watching quietly. His posture has changed, less rigid, more at ease. You approach, sensing the shift. You did it, you say. We turned things around. Sherlock's lips curl into a faint smile.
We did it. I'm not sure I could have without you and Ada. I had to let go of control, something I've never been good at.
For the first time in weeks, you see in Sherlock not just a brilliant detective, but a leader willing to grow, trust his team, and embrace the uncertainty that comes with innovation. In that moment, you know Moriarty, for all his power, can never replicate what you've built. A culture of safety, growth, and trust. It's a foundation that will carry Bethesda Bookstore into the future. A chime interrupts the moment. Your face hardens as you see a message on the computer screen bearing Moriarty's signature. Sherlock opens it, revealing data projections, graphs, charts, and timelines. Moriarty's voice plays over the data.
Congratulations, Sherlock. But you are fighting the wrong battle. This isn't about bookstores. It's about the labor force. AI isn't just transforming industries, it's consuming them.
The projections are chilling. Low-skill jobs, clerks, cashiers are disappearing, replaced by automation. Soon, even middle and high-skill professions, legal advisors, doctors, engineers will face the same fate. AI is advancing rapidly, leaving entire sectors of workforce obsolete. Moriarty's voice continues, smooth and dark.
You may have saved your little bookstore, but the future is written. Humans will be left behind. Ha 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 ha!
Ada's voice is steady but intense.
Moriarty is planning to control the future of work. This is bigger than us. We need to understand how AI will reshape work and where we fit in.